Hello, welcome, my fellow operatives. My name is Taft Taylor, and today, exclusive episode on the Nemesis Session, Season 3, Episode 2, I have the one and the only Resurrection Internet Champion, and that is Mr. D'Angelo LaFlame. Finally, he's been a very, very busy man over the past couple of months, but we have finally got a chance to have a few minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever it is of his time to come onto the show. Mr. LaFlame, how are you this evening?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for having me, Mr. Taylor. We finally
You-
got it to happen, sir. We
We
finally got it to
finally
happen.
did. Yes, yes, definitely. So let's talk about real quick. I always like to kind of give an opportunity for my guests to come on and explain or detail who they actually are, because the people that want to watch this compared to other platforms or other interviews and stuff, we do a little thing different here, and the fans that come and watch this, they would want to know is who is the wrestler D'Angelo LaFlame? Who is, I'd probably say, the new internet darling, as some people might say, the guy who goes around and he's you're making a big name, going to backyard, going to company, and getting your name and your brand built out there, and it's quite impressive, especially in just the short, what, 9 months maybe you've been doing it, or hell, maybe a year. Who
Yeah,
is
yeah.
D'Angelo LaFlame, and can you tell the fellow operatives of this channel, Taft Taylor, who that is?
Well, D'Angelo Flame is just simply your neighborhood, your friendly neighborhood energy. Basically, no, I'm just a young guy living out his dreams. Truthfully, I didn't expect to pop off like this, but look at me now. At first, a couple months ago, nobody knew who I was. Just, oh, that's the tall guy with the red dress. Now I am D'Angelo, the tall guy with the red dress. So
Yes.
I'm just truthfully just living my job, living my dream, trying to make a career out of it. You know, try to find some happiness in the world, spreading all my positive energy, basically,
There you
at
go.
one match at a time.
Parker already in here saying, "What's up, y'all? The Soldier GP," which we can talk about here shortly. Saying hello, guys. Hello, Soldier. And then we got Zilla. Hi to the ROEW owner, the Nemesis James Taylor. Hi, D'Angelo LaFlame. He respects us
Hey
both, of
Zilla.
course. We all know about old Zilla. So let's go ahead. Let's fast forward a little bit. I know that a match has just recently come out, and it was for a Summer Bash, which is supposed to be one of the biggest backyard shows of all time, bringing like a whole community together as much as they can. And a match that you had was with one Soldier GP of the foundation of IMF. Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh, Mr. Soldier, me and Mr. Soldier had a little, we had a little back and forth. It was a qualifying match for the ladder match.
Uh-huh.
Just one top guy from another top guy, Tennessee, Iowa. It was just a simple, hard hitting battle. Respectable guy behind the scenes and in the ring at that. Well, no, he did hit me in the back with a chair a couple times. It still kind of hurt. Then threw me in a tree. I don't
Oh,
know if I
was
can
he?
let that one slide, but yeah, behind the scenes, a real respectable guy, funny. Took care of me, made sure I was good. And I thank you, Soldier. For the most
Well,
part.
I gotta ask. I gotta ask. I know a couple of weeks ago, before this show, you were on Tom Bryce's show, Sportswire Radio,
Mhm.
and on that show, I think we had a little talk, and I asked you if you could, for me, deliver a stunner to one Soldier GP, and you said you probably would. So I'd like to ask, how did that go? Because I
Um,
saw it, and
well, unfortunately, Mr. Taylor, I did deliver the stunner, but unfortunately, I don't have that tyrant king nemesis energy in me, so unfortunately, it was non-effective.
so let's give it.
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah.
It looked like you did a little bit of your homework watching how I do it, and then you did it, and then he hits you with his stunner. So
And
that was probably what? Was that the first big stunner you've actually been hit with?
yeah, That was, well, yeah, no, that was my second stunner I've been hit with. But I will admit that one rocked me. Now you see me had me flopping like a fish everywhere. I was boom, 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 boom. But
Yes,
it's simple. I just got to do some more studying, do some more James Taylor training. Next
J-
time, I'm gonna
James
give him a
Taylor
good one.
training.
But I guess I'm more of a cutter guy.
There you
Clearly, the
go.
stunners are not for me.
Yes, sir. He said, "Welcome to the team. Four up, four down." So does that mean D'Angelo Flame is officially part of the foundation?
You know, I'm boom. I'm one of the guys. I'm one of the cool kids now.
You're with the cool kids. Okay, okay. And he said, "You're welcome, brother. It was great working with you." Uh, so there you go. Anything you'd like to say to Soldier after that? That was a pretty
Um,
good matchup.
Mr. Soldier, I know we most definitely have to run it back. Um, because even though you said you're gonna step on me to get to the ladder match, look, I called it, but I ain't gonna be that guy. But I am a fair man. I know you're gonna want to get your get back because I know I would. So I'll probably find myself in Iowa sometime soon, and we can always run it back or something like that. You know, so
So
don't
it's
worry.
D'Angelo one and Soldier zero.
Yeah, got a nice ring to it.
Dang, that does, that does. Parker wants to know. He's already jumping to the damn gun. Yo, D'Angelo, what's your favorite match you have had? Interesting question.
All right, all right. Ooh,
So
um,
many, huh?
I know you probably asking for one, but I maybe can give you five or at least three. I know for a fact I can give you three.
Your
In
top
recent
three.
memory, in recent memory, oh, I had a match with Spartan Wrestling. It was a fatal four way. I would say, that was a fun match. One of my favorites. So that'd probably be three. That'd be number three right there.
Okay, okay.
Two, truthfully, oh, I don't know if I can say that one because I can't say that one. Hold on, let me
Okay,
think of
that's fine.
something.
That's fine.
I can't say that one. Oh man. Okay. Two would be me and Adrian Prince. We went against each other so many times. I can't tell you the exact episode, but probably our most recent one probably was like no. I think maybe our first time going against each other. It was probably the better one. And then number one, as of right now, is when I beat Dustin Alexander for the internet belt. Because that was a special moment for me. That was my
Uh-huh.
first time being a solo champion. Because it's true, I was just tag team champions a couple months, well, yeah, a month or two prior, but I had to unfortunately relinquish and I had to bank on myself. And
Yeah, yeah.
when I won that tournament for the internet belt, made me the man I am today. It showed that I can hold my own
And
with the
that
best.
and that you definitely have done. Um, so I mean, there's that. And Soldier said most definitely we'll have to run it back, and then the Pride Wrestling Federation showing some eyeballs. Oh snap! So I mean, we ain't no stranger to knowing each other to an extent. We've kind of worked in the same similar style locker room, maybe two times, and that being part of TBW. I'm not afraid to say their name at all because I mean, I don't. I want to, clear it. I've tried to clear the air, but let's just say I don't hate TBW. It is what it is with politics. Politics is just, and that's in anything in this world. That's in any organization you go to. That's just even in business. That's in working and all this bullshit. Politics are politics, and it's just sometimes you just don't agree with politics. It is what it is. But nonetheless, everything would have been okay, and I had stayed with TBW. I think me and you might have crossed paths a lot sooner than now. What do you think
Yeah,
about that?
most definitely. Hell, you've been at Resurrection sometimes before, so most definitely, even at Resurrection, if we didn't meet up at TBW, we most definitely would have met up at Resurrection, vice
Mhm,
versa.
mhm,
And it's still hope. Don't ever,
mhm.
it's still
Yeah,
hope. Might
there's
not have,
hope.
you know. My apologies.
Oh, you good, man? Never say never, right? You know?
Yeah, it'll be a promotion one somewhere.
Dalton Skull says versus both of you.
Well,
What do you think of old Dalton Skull?
Mr. Skull been owed me a match, but I know he had some personal stuff going on, but.
He said
Well,
Pete the
oops,
Dragon Ball
spoiler.
shit.
Me and Mister Skull and I opposed to had a match, but he had some personal stuff. Can't hold it against him. You know.
Yeah, and that's
Um,
understandable.
but one day, most definitely, we'll come through and have a match with old Mister Bolton.
Now he's a man. I never got to have a match with him either, but he was on the unfortunate end at one time of one of my stunners, and
Mm.
he flew like a bat out of hell when I knocked the hell out of him. So you can ask him how devastating it is. Oh, nonetheless, though, we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you, and you've had some amazing matches, and you started out, you could tell you're green, but you could tell you've got the heart for it. And it's not me buttering you up or blowing a bunch of smoke. It's legit. You're a respectable guy. I can tell just by the way you present yourself. You're not one of those arrogant pricks. That there's a lot of guys, and this business is full of a lot of egos. But I could tell you're not one of those guys that's got a big ego. You're one of those guys who wants to come in, do the job, and get everybody's respect, win, lose, or draw, and then go about your business and go on to the next one because you want everybody to be a part of this. Am I right? Or am I
Yeah,
kind of around the same ballpark?
yeah. Like I said, like my well, I said it on Tom's podcast, but my one of my main goals is to bring all promotions together.
Yeah.
I want to blend all the backyards together. Then eventually, when I take that step to the indies, I want to blend the indies with the backyard. Then, if I potentially make it to the pros, I want to blend the pros with the indies and the backyard. I don't. I hate that. Especially because right now I still see myself in the backyard scene. I did like maybe what two indie shows already, but
Yeah.
I still see myself as a backyard guy. So I just hate how we get blacklisted for you worked in the backyard. How no. I don't see the purpose in it. Half of half of the guys that's in the indies, half of the guys that's in the pros started in the backyard. So I don't understand why they're so hated on.
So it's funny that you say that. I can kind of give my 2 cents on why it's hated on. I get it to an extent, but then I don't. I forever didn't. But as I've gotten older and have done what I've done, I kind of understand why they give backyard wrestling a lot of shit. Um, so let me tell you the reason why I don't understand at the same time. It's the fact that we have more heart and stuff going into this program, into the business, into a match. Most backyard wrestlers have more passion for it because we don't have the money to pay for a school or pay for training. We just want to go out there and have fun and pretend to wrestle or try to wrestle
Yeah,
because it's our escape from the real world. It's our escape from things that could be worse. You know what I mean? And I think backyard wrestlers, my opinion, you can agree or not agree, totally up to you. My opinion is we have more heart in it than probably most pro wrestlers do.
most definitely,
Um, but when it comes to pro wrestling, indie wrestlers specifically, the reason they shit on backyard wrestling so much or hate on it I can understand is mostly because you get a lot of guys like that so-called company Triple W or guys that are wrestling in a company like that who are playing wrestler. They're not really in they don't have the heart for it. They like wrestling, but they're in it for just a big moment that they can try to do. And you can clearly tell they've got no passion to really take bumps, to really put on a performance. They're there to just, oh look, I just did a big chair spot or I just did a big chop, whatever it is. It's kind of ridiculous, and then they end up hurting each other, or somebody gets hurt real bad. On top of a lot of these companies, and I'm not afraid because I'm not part of any company other than the one that I own, ROEW, and we don't do this in ROEW. But you get guys who will start these companies and want to promote themselves as champion. And book themselves as champion, and that's the politics. That's why I had an issue with Tennessee Backyard Wrestling. I like all the guys at Tennessee Backyard Wrestling. I just don't like the business side of the politics, especially when you get a name that's got a following like me, maybe, and even you. There's no way you could go into a promotion, a backyard company, and they instantly think, well, I mean, this guy can bring in views. This guy is a draw, and this guy can wrestle, and he's got good credibility, and he's safe. He knows how to promote. why would we not make him our top guy? Why would we not have him work around that area and be in the top spot, or wrestle the top guys constantly and put them over or whatever it is? Why would we not do that? Because they don't want everything taken from them and they don't know how to run a business personally. That's why I took it upon myself, Mr. LaFlame, and maybe one day I could get you there, is to buy when I had that opportunity. I saw an opportunity flash in front of me at the right moment, and that was ROEW. I purchased ROEW, and I live here in Alabama, not too far from you over there in Memphis, right?
All right.
And ROEW's up there in Michigan. I haven't stepped through the doors of that company physically, but spiritually and from my offices here in Alabama, I have, and I have run a business and already made waves of promotion and ratings and views by going under my image and my view of how to run a company and to prove to the world and to the backyard community that not every person, at least me, has to run a company and book themselves as the top guy, let alone the champion. And
Mhm.
I've done that. I mean, if I wanted to have that same mindset, Mr. LaFlame, I'd go right out there to Michigan and I'd be the one that would book myself to defeat Jack Delta and take the title. But I'm not one of those guys. I've never been one of those guys, and I never will be one of those guys. That being said, I think that's why a lot of indie wrestlers have a problem with backyard wrestlers, or at least backyard wrestling, because of politics and also a lot of guys that are untrained and that are unsafe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I definitely understand that because in my short time, I've seen it. I've seen a lot of promotions pop up and owner is magically the champion and all that stuff. So I get it. I most definitely get it. And then I've been in the ring with some guys that's not, you know, too polished. I don't want
Yes.
to just sit there and bash them like that, but some guys that's could take the time to go do a little something extra behind the scenes. But
Yes,
um,
sir. Soldier says
and
I have fans come up to me at pro shows and indie shows and say we do it better than the pro train companies.
and that's the thing because like behind the scenes, I have worked. Like I said, I have worked two legit indie shows. Then I
Mhm.
have worked with a pro, right? And I
Yep.
have held my own. So it's like, yes, when the indie guys look at us, and they sit there and be like, that guy's untrained, that guy could be dangerous, but it's still some of us that are like hidden gems that know what we're doing, that can be safe workers. Then, like, well, I haven't even, like me personally, I'm getting professionally trained, but I'm still a backyard guy. So, do you still count me as a untrained guy, or do you see me as a trained indie guy? Because I don't know, it just and nothing
I,
wrong with being cautious because there's just anything you do. You will have some people that will make things look horrible.
yes.
Businesses, just like personal life, not trying to be stereotypes and stuff. Like some people will just make you look bad or make what you're doing look bad. But that's when I feel like people should take the time out to actually do their research and be like, okay, that guy, yeah, he a hidden gem. We claim him or something like that. We respect him. And
Yes.
then you see the ones that want to play wrestling, like, all right, we stay away from them. Those are the bad apples.
hmm hmm
But
And those are the ones you need to stay clear of and you need to
yeah,
be careful with for sure. So you had your one match at least that we've seen with Mr. Soldier GP at Summer Bash. Um, I heard, and it hasn't been shown yet, that you're supposed to maybe be in that ladder match. Are you is that one that you're excited for fans to see at all by any chance? Or
most definitely,
I
most
know you
definitely.
can't give any spoilers or anything like that, on how well you did, but were you in the Rumble they had as well?
Um, yes, I was in the room.
Oh man, have they shown that yet? I don't even know if they've shown that
I think.
yet.
Oh fuck. I think I spoke. Oh, I hope. I hope so because I think I spoiled it.
No,
If,
you
if
didn't.
if they haven't, I just spoiled it. But
Yeah, PWF Royal Rumble match, crowning the
okay,
first
okay,
champion.
cool, okay,
It's
cool,
been
cool, cool.
posted, so yes,
Because
you guys are
I
more than
seen
welcome.
it. I think I seen it, but I was like, something stopped me from not watching it. I was like, okay, okay. But yes, I was in the Rumble. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
I
unfortunately.
unfortunately I eliminated myself. How about that?
DKW says yes, it's out. And what's up, DKW? Hello and welcome. We need to get these guys back on. What was it like going up there to? Was it Ohio? Is where they're
Yes.
located? What was it
Mhm.
like there? What was the atmosphere pretty positive? Was everybody real welcoming whenever you went in and walked into that company?
Um, Number one thing, the atmosphere was hot,
Oh,
hot,
okay, yeah.
retarded hot.
Retarded
Um,
on.
but everybody was chill, nice, respectful. It was a good time. Ah, we had like one situation, but for that, who cares? Everything else was wonderful.
Everything else was good. That's
Yeah,
all that matters then,
that's
man.
all that matters.
Shoot, and that's a good thing. So I get this vibe from you, and it's a very positive but confident vibe. And I mean, I could be wrong, but this is how I pick you up whenever I watch you. Um, it sounds so weird when I say it like that, but I mean, literally, I watch a lot of talent in backyard wrestling. You know, it's like,
Just
you
scouting.
know, it's like I'm scouting. Yes, I'm scouting not really just for ROEW, but maybe for myself because maybe one day I could come out of the out of retirement. Maybe I could come out of whatever it is that I'm doing that nobody knows yet.
Hey,
And
everybody retiring. You can always do a farewell tour.
I could
You
do a
see,
farewell
Cena.
tour. I actually probably will be. You know, it's a good idea. So thank you for that thought on adding to it. But there's guys where I sit, and you being one of them, where I'm like, I'd like to face him. You know, I want to face guys like you. I want to face guys that they have an established name. I want to face guys that want to work with me that look like they're safe, that look like they know what they're doing, and look like it'd be an interesting clash of styles put together. You kind of had a taste in a sort of way of what my style is by facing somebody like Soldier GP, because Soldier GP looks like he's a brawler like me. Um, More so on the weapon side than me, though. I'm more just straight, fist in your mouth, foot in your ass. But you kind of had that taste of that type of style. Have you gone against a lot of brawlers, or is Soldier GP kind of the only one?
You'd be surprised. Like I've been against a lot
Okay.
more than you would think. Like clearly, Ronnie, he's a brawler. Cam, what? Cam for Resurrection. I haven't faced Cam, but if we want to count MCW, I have wrestled Cam. He's a brawler. Dustin is more brawler. Um, then like when I have been to all of, for the most part, everybody over there in NEW were brawlers, besides like a couple that stood out, did their own thing. But like almost everybody typically is a brawler.
Yeah.
Everybody I've been went against for the most part typically is a brawler. You might have some that do a little different, but
Well, I did not know that. I did not know there was that many brawlers. Ain't that some shit? Ha!
yeah,
Well, I mean, you're talking to
because
the greatest brawler in the history of
I
backyard
think it's
wrestling,
just
but there you
more
go.
like you said. Is everybody got that mindset? I just want to fist to mouth, foot
Yeah.
to ass, and just want to whoop ass.
There
You
you
got
go.
people like people like me. Sure, I want to beat you in the match, but I'm here for the people. I'm trying to give them a show, so I'm gonna do
You're
some
giving them a
fancy flippy
show.
dippy and all this, and then you got some that's more. They want to break you down, so that's why they more technician wise. Then you just got them big men. It's like I'm big, boom. I'm big, boom.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, that being said, I'm kind of have my own personal nickname that I decided I wanted to call you in a way. And that is, have you ever heard of the word? It depends on if you've watched the shows or not, but Valerian. You ever heard
I
the
have
word
heard of the word.
Valerian?
hmm
Have you ever seen a show called Game of Thrones or House of Dragons?
I have heard of it, but I have not watched it. I'm one of
Very
those.
good. That's okay.
Everybody. everybody watches, and I'm that person. Like,
Well,
eh.
if you ever get bored, you're more than welcome. You should go check it out. But there's a particular house. They're like houses and stuff, but they're what they call house warriors, and they're called the Valerians. And if I was to give you a nickname, my own personal one, it would be D'Angelo, the Valerian Fury LaFlame. Because the Valerians were known for creating the hardest and strongest of all steel, could cut through anything. Valerian steel is a big thing, and in that show, in that program, and they're a real respected race. And but you're like a warrior. You're a house warrior. You're a backyard warrior. If I was to call you one, you have your own nicknames. This is just me. This is just what I would label you as if I was to do such a thing. But my own personal nickname to you is a Valerian warrior. You are everything that you say you are, and I know you go in there and you don't back down from any challenge, and that's what a real warrior does. So my hats off to you. Much respect.
Thank you, thank you.
Um, I hope that don't. You're like, what the hell is he talking about?
No, what it is gonna make me do is actually go watch it. So now, because I don't want to be out the loop, type
You're
thing. So
good. You're good. You can even Google it if you get bored. But the if you wanted to go watch it, and you needed a show to watch. You don't even have to watch Game of Thrones first. You can actually watch House of Dragon because it takes place 200 years before Game of Thrones,
okay,
and the Valerians are really big in that show. And I just started
okay,
season two, but you remind me of the Valerians and the way what they stand for, everything that their meaning, and just being the warrior and your name. You know, you're very protective of your gimmick. You're very protective of who you are as an individual, and that I respect. And you should definitely be that way. Dark Cryptic Wrestler says he shouldn't have tried to boot me. Uh
true,
oh.
true,
Uh oh.
true. Now, if I was a little bit shorter, I probably would just kick the rope and bounce back and fail. But nope, because I want to be a tall, lengthy boy. I went I legit just stepped over the ropes,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So, yep, didn't
Dang
even.
it, man. Now I'm gonna have to go watch that.
Man, I felt so ashamed. Like he just looked. "Mm."
That's it, huh? Drago
But
says he loves spiking people.
yeah, um,
Okay.
me too. That's why I think I'm in the situation I'm in now, sir. I spiked
so
myself too many times.
so what can we expect next for D'Angelo? You know, like what is the your next when's your next match, and or is it a surprise?
Um, my next match, cause it's still July, right? Still
Yes,
July. So
sir.
my next
July
match
14th.
will be on the 20th,
Okay.
and it's not no ordinary match. It's not no
Yeah.
typical you see me on YouTube. I will be officially making my TV debut on July 20th.
Wow. You
Yeah,
named it.
and
Go ahead.
then with the week after, I think the week after, of course, the Revenge Rumble. So make sure y'all come to the Revenge Rumble when it drops. Make sure you watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I
That's
can't wait.
awesome, man. So you're saying television debut? What channel? What show? What are we
Um,
watching?
the name of the promotion is Bluff City Wrestling.
Bluff City
The
Wrestling.
channel, the channel is CW30.
Okay.
Now the time, I'll be honest, I don't know. I know the show time is 12, so like I'm guessing tune in around that time.
All right.
But yeah,
That's awesome, man. Well, congratulations for
thank you.
sure. And
Ah,
that's the first time it was announced right here, right?
yep, yeah. Um, yeah. Normally I give all my scoop to Tom, but hey, unfortunately
Hey,
Tom had to miss out on this one. I tell him whenever I get on Sports Wire, but
ladies
um,
and gentlemen. Mm.
yeah, I will say like I am nervous because I never worked like with clearly with Resi and all the other promotions. They cams move everywhere. Now I have to legit learn how to work TV cam, hard cam. Have
Oh,
to I can't sit there and move around the ring. Yeah, yeah, you see me. And,
uh-huh.
I don't have a cameraman just circling me basically. So now I
What
got to
ki-
get used to that.
You gotta be used to a hard cam, and
Right.
that in a way it's probably gonna be easier for you than you think because you'll know where it's always at and you know to look in that position. I recommend when you go for pinfalls, look at that camera whenever you're going for a pinfall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Then
Dude, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. Mr. D'Angelo LaFlame, television star on the CW30 in Memphis. Is that correct?
yes.
That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. I bet the match is going to be fire for sure. So let's go a little bit back in time. I don't know how much time you got, but I'm curious to know. I want to know. I usually ask a lot of first timers this, but can you walk us through, despite everything you've already done and everything you've been through, let's go back in time to the beginning of D'Angelo LaFlame. Let's talk about your very first on screen match. I don't know who it was against, but I want you to try and walk us through who was it that you went against, or what type of match was it that you were in, and tell me what the feeling was. You know, I don't know if you've watched some of mine, but let me give you a little sample. My very first match on camera, I couldn't help myself. It was a one-on-one match with my buddy Chris. I could not help myself, but when I saw the camera on me, because I was such a shy kid at the time, I was laughing and giggling, and I was trying to not. I tried to be in character, and I was just trying to find myself. But I couldn't help but every time I saw the camera, smile because like, oh god, I'm on the spot. You know, I was embarrassed and everything. But and butterflies going like no tomorrow. I was on cloud nine when I was jumping on that trampoline doing a match. But let's talk about you, D'Angelo the Flame. Your
Okay.
first on-screen matchup. Did you have butterflies? Were you nervous? Were you very confident? Walk us through what you went through, your feelings and all, and what the matchup was like, and what did you pick up from it by the end of the day?
Now, I can never forget my first match. Unfortunately,
There's nothing
my
wrong with
first
that.
match was a fatal four way,
Okay.
and I believe it was for the national title. I
Okay.
believe so. Yeah, so look at me, lucked out. I just been around gold my whole career. So
Nice. Nice.
but it was a fatal four way. It was me, Dustin Alexander, Malibu, and Drake Gold Dragon.
Nice.
And so um now I will admit, like I wasn't just nervous. Surprisingly, truthfully, I wasn't nervous. I was more like cautious, I guess you could say, more cautious about like because truthfully, this is my first time being on camera. This is
Hmm.
my first time like truly showing what I could do after training and all the
Yeah.
behind the scenes stuff. I was like, this is finally I can go out there and do something. Now, the match was fun. Yeah, it was fun. It was a funny one. Because let's go behind the scenes, I guess.
Yeah, let's go
But
behind the scenes.
prior to the match, me, Dustin, Malibu, and Drake were at Applebee's planning this match out. Got like
Really?
4 or 5 sheets of paper, wrote it off spot by spot. Like stage one, stage two, stage three. Like we broke it down
Yeah.
because it's an elimination match. I forgot to add, it's an elimination match. So we had like such and such is gonna do this, and then blah 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 get eliminated. And we went through it all. So now the day of the match, we do the first little spot. It was us all walking to the middle. We drop down to our knees, and I think we we give each other forearms, I believe, or something like that.
You did the
I
flippers?
Yeah, we were all trying to we were just I think we were going in the square and we just boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. I believe then I know me and Dustin, I believe, got up and like kicked or some no, y'all can go back and watch.
Okay.
That's not my proudest work, but hey, I'm not ashamed of it at the same time. Cause that's prime example. You can see my growth. Look what I was doing back then, because truthfully, I wasn't doing nothing crazy. I'm a suplex person. I was just suplex, suplex. Because that's all I knew at the time. I didn't
Yeah.
trust myself to do anything else. So suplex this guy, maybe chop here, or body slam, hip toss, the simple stuff they want you to do.
Yeah.
Um but unfortunately I didn't win the national championship. um
Unfortunate.
I did unfortunately get eliminated. I can't tell you how I got eliminated. It been so long ago because, as a matter of fact, like the original plan for me, I was supposed to get thrown into a ladder and put through a table because I'm the biggest guy. So, and then my early stages of Resi, they wanted me to be the typical big man, even though I ain't got it. I ain't got it like that. Even
Yeah.
though they just see the height. So they were gonna, take the big man out. They were gonna pull to launch me into this ladder, then put me through the table. Then one, two, three, D'Angelo is gone. But things didn't go as planned. So I think I just took one nasty spear from Dustin. I took a
Oh man.
nasty spear from Dustin, and that was it.
Dang.
Um, I can say we was a little heated at a certain individual after the match because he fucked up the first spot.
Oh
Like after
shit. Oh
after we
shit.
got done with the brawl and all that, he just I don't know. I guess he was nervous and he just rolled out. We was like, well, why? But
Dang.
a certain individual messed up the first spot and the match had to get tweaked. But that's part of it. You got to call it audible. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
But
But did you have the butterflies at all going out there?
surprisingly, no.
Really
Surprisingly,
interesting.
no. I will
Interesting.
say that. Like I was okay. You know, because I'm one of the ones, like I said, I genuinely want to do this. I'm one of the ones that want to take it to the next level. I want to make a career out of this. This ain't no, I'm just doing it for fun. Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy it. I have a
Yeah.
passion for it, but I'm one of the ones, hey, I'm trying to make a career out of this. I'm trying to do this for some years. I don't
Yep.
want to do, truthfully, I don't want to do it for 30, 40 plus years. I'm here for a good time, not a long time, but I
You
want
want to
to
do it
do
for
a
maybe
lot.
10 or 15 if at
Yeah,
tops, right?
10,
Yeah.
15, cool. Say I did it, made it to this level, and then move on to my next. Like, 'cause one thing about me is I don't, I always try to find something else to do. I don't want to just stick to one little thing, but this is something I'm passionate about. So this is the longest I have ever like committed myself to something besides like a relationship. But
Well, I
yeah,
mean that's really good though, you know? I mean it really is. You might have found your
my
ultimate
calling.
talent. Your
Cause
calling, your talent, anything.
yeah,
Soldier wants to know, other than the stage bump that I guess you took, glad you didn't get hurt, what is your biggest bump? So I guess in your whole career so far, what's the biggest bump you've ever taken?
just for the giggles, I'm gonna say the stage bump. But truthfully, um. the biggest bump I took is probably when I gave a Cody Cutter to the outside to Nelf. Well, I don't know if I can bring him up because,
Still here.
but
I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'm
okay,
still
I see
here.
you now.
Hang on.
Hi guys, now it's my show. Hi.
All right. Shoot. I don't know what happened. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I got you. I hear you.
Son of a bitch. Okay, hang on. Sorry.
It's
Let
fine.
me
So
try something. Let me
technical
try something.
difficulty, guys. Give us.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Let me try something. Technical difficulty, guys. Give us.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
It
can hear
is
you.
technical difficulties. I'm gonna try some.
Yeah, I can
It
hear
is
you.
technical difficulties. I'm gonna try some.
Hi guys.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Sweet. Okay, I'm sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
When you do this on a telephone, or a cell phone, and then you got somebody trying to call you in the middle of it,
I understand. That didn't
it
happen to me
screws it up.
before. I normally
So,
put my phone on
anyways,
D&D.
yeah, sorry about the technical difficulties. I didn't get to hear you though. Your biggest bump in your career that you can remember.
Basically, I said for the shits and giggles. Oh, I hope they drop it. I I think they. I hope they drop it. I hope they drop the stage bump. But I did a Cody Cutter from the outside to Nelf, and that's probably my biggest one. Or, well, the ladder match haven't dropped, but damn it, wait till the ladder match drop, okay?
Okay,
That's
okay.
one I could say, that was a big one.
The
But
LaFlame
as of
shows.
right now, the Cody Cutter from the to the outside. to the gym floor. That was probably my biggest one.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever see my big bump?
Are you talking about the J Wild one?
No, that was the
Oh,
one from 2004. I got bumped off. I got super kicked off of a pool deck onto the ground or onto
oh
a. It
no, I didn't see that.
was
I
like a
know.
camper.
I see you. I know. I have seen your clip with the F5. I have seen your German. I've seen the J Wow when you did the flip bump. Um, I know I seen one of your like earlier days, but I can't remember what you did. I don't know if you did a flip or something, but when you normally post your clips, I tune like I look now. I'm not one of the ones I just click and move on.
Hang on, you probably could still hear me.
Yeah,
I don't know what the deal is going on. Hang on.
me on here before you put
I
the.
am so sorry about that and why that keeps happening. But anyways, yeah. So the one that I had, it was off of a pool deck, but it was a big ass bump, and apparently people see it like, holy shit, did that hurt? My adrenaline was rushing, and I'm sure you, when you've taken your bumps, your adrenaline rushes, you don't feel it. But
It's a
there
lot
was,
of things that people ask me behind the scenes, like, how did you not feel that? It's just pure energy, pure adrenaline. Like, I don't surprise. Like, now I feel it after. I feel it
oh
after.
yeah,
hmm
yes,
I tell
yes,
people like I'm no funny stuff. Like I tell people I want to get sponsored by Epton Salt. Dr. Teal, I need to get sponsored by him because I'm an old man for real. Even though I'm just 23, I'm an old man for real. My
you're an
back
old
be
man.
hurt, neck hurt. Talking about soon I get a oh god, oh,
This is the biggest
popping
bump.
back.
This is the biggest bump I took. All right, you see me?
Mm-hmm. Oh, what?
Did you
Not
hear
you.
it? That was on metal
Yes.
too.
Why your body bounce like that? It went
Because that
boom.
was all my weight flying down. That was that was like almost
Man.
10 feet, but it was just straight up bam, big bump. And the funny part about that, I didn't feel that until 30 minutes later when I was in the shower and I was like, oh, and then I woke
Yeah.
up stiff.
It's when that your body start to cool down. Like, oh, anytime after the show, like people will tell you I start limping and slugging around. Like when my muscles start finally calming down,
Oh yeah.
because it always been like that for me. Because like before I even did wrestling, like when I was back in high school, I played basketball, played football, and ran track. And it was the same thing then. Like when my body cooled down, like it takes me out. Normally, most people, yeah, you a little sore, but you can still kind of move. Me, no, I shut down. I am body aching. I'm ready to go to sleep. Like my body completely shuts down. That's
Shuts
why.
down, period, right?
That's why, like, if I had to go to a promotion and had to shoot like multiple, like any W, I had to shoot multiple matches. Clearly I'm in tournament, so I'm back to back type stuff. So I told him like I can't sit down for a long time, so I try to like behind the scenes move, walk around because I didn't want my body to stiffen up. Then my body stiffen up, I can't give you the best of D'Angelo. You know,
Yeah. Dang.
yeah.
So was it in the soldier match that you had that bump on the stage?
Um, no, no, that was just a I call it
Uh,
the Heath Slater moment.
gotcha, gotcha.
Um,
Yeah, okay.
I
Okay.
I don't know if you remember when Heath Slater kept getting jumped by all the WWE legends,
Oh
like
yeah.
each week and all. Basically, we had like a little situation like that for a certain someone, and I came out there, even though I'm the I just wanted to get in the mix, even though I'm the good guy and all this stuff. No CJ Black, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
that was my karma. The good guy should never go out there and attack nobody. So when I go out there, fall. Look, it like I just sunk. Unfortunately, too much energy. Stomped
Yeah.
on it. But hopefully the clip come out soon, and I would love to share it with people because that's part of wrestling. You're gonna have some funny moments. Everything is not all seriousness and business and professional. You're
That's
gonna have
right.
moments that you have little bloopers, and that's my second major blooper. Um, I done had one blooper that before we had the new internet built.
Hmm.
If you remember, I had the black one,
Hmm.
and I forgot what episode, but I came out there and did my entrance, and the whole faceplate popped off. Blooper one. Of course, I can't stop. I had to just run around, do my entrance with no faceplate, no spinner,
Really?
and
Soldier says
uh,
Joey's looking for it now.
okay, okay. So we gonna share it with the public, but yeah, that was my
He's,
first blooper. I had no faceplate on my belt, so I had to just do what I had to do. Then this would be my second real blooper, falling through the stage.
he
So
said it was scary until he left. Oh my ass.
yeah,
Tell us about that.
I got violated by a nail. That's all I could really tell you. Got me right in the booty cheek. Got me good.
It
Um,
didn't hit you in the meat, did it?
oh no, it got straight booty me. Got me right in the right cheek.
Yeah,
Hurt.
I
I,
bet you had to go get a tetanus shot then, huh?
luckily I just recently got like a booster because
Okay. Okay.
situation at work, but that's a different story.
That's
That's my
good.
personal life, but
That's fine. Yeah, we
uh,
don't want to share your personal life here.
I wouldn't mind telling the story. It just I'm not allowed to. My job, government wise, I can't. I'm not allowed to. But
Yeah,
I would
that's hey,
love to
that's
tell the
fine.
story. But yeah, I might still have to go get one. Like it's a little. Of course, behind the scenes, I look and check myself out, and it's a nice little cut back there.
Damn.
Yeah, hurts when I
You
sit
gotta be
down, man.
careful. You gotta be careful what you're doing.
Yeah, the
But it
the
sounds like nonetheless you had a really good time up there in Ohio.
yeah, like I enjoyed every second of that. The beginning was a little rough, but after we got the trail, everything rolling, yeah,
I'll
everything
have to
was
talk to
smooth,
you about that
wonderful.
offline. I'm curious to know what was the rough part. But when can I got a question for you. When can you and me here in the next coming weeks or something, do you think we could do a business meeting where I could probably convince you or give you a deal as far as ROEW? I mean, I know you it's quite a ways away and out of your range maybe, but I know you're a businessman and I'm willing to do business and business with you. Do you think I could ever maybe get a chance to have D'Angelo LaFlame walk through the doors of my company? ROEW. You know what? Before that, pause that. Let's pause that. How about I want to know from D'Angelo LaFlame and the fans want to know, have you watched ROEW? And what is D'Angelo LaFlame's the Valerian Warrior of backyard wrestling? In my opinion, that's what I'm going to call you, the Valerian Warrior of backyard wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. You can call that all you want if you want, but that's the name I'm going to give him. Has he watched anything of ROEW as of late? And if so, what is his opinion of my company?
Now I will admit I've been watching ROW. I've been watching a lot. Clearly, Mr. Delta been on his little run and all that. That's nice. Of course, can't forget about Mr. CJ Black, the good guy. I've been watching his little show, his little talk show. It's fun. It's truly funny. I
Yeah,
seen a little leak of him singing.
I
Nice
think he.
angelic voice.
Yeah,
Mr. Um, and I enjoy. I do like the new tournament. Everybody have to be respectful because a lot of people
yes,
don't they forget about being nice. Even though we're supposed to knock each other head off, you can still be nice.
yep,
Like
yep.
I do it almost for most of my matches. I try to shake the person's hand before I kick the head off. Just a sign of respect. But I do like that. I think a lot of promotions need to start doing it, like make it mandatory. Y'all can show respect before y'all go at it. You know. Um. Now, if you want to make a deal, I can always make a deal. And well, technically, I don't even feel like we need to make a deal. I feel like now I have the leverage on my side. You asked me to
Oh,
do you a favor. Now it's my turn to ask you to do me a favor. I did
all
your stunner. My favor is you set me up a match against Mr. Delta, and I will gladly come step through your doors. Because
right.
one thing about
Oh,
me, with Of course, everybody compares me to Mr. Delta. Mr. Delta been doing his own thing. I respect Mr. Delta. Um, I s- now I'm one of the ones I keep it realistic. Delta is I guess you could say like a treasure hunter. He hunts for gold. You know,
Yeah.
everywhere he goes, with 9 or 10 times, Mr. Delta wins him a belt. He's a treasure hunter. I call Mr. Delta a treasure hunter. Me, I'm a head hunter. I'm a talent hunter. I don't care about winning no belts in another promotion. If I do, cool. I'm not gonna be mad at it. But I'm more of a I want your top guys. I want to show that I can hold my own or I can beat some of the top guys around here. Cause I have
DKW
known
says Delta versus LaFlame, and then Gaming for God showing a wave, and Mr. Hillbilly Tilly says the energy of wrestling. Enjoying the interview on the Nemesis sessions tonight. Thank you, Mr. Hillbilly Tilly. So, see, that's a company, AWL. I think it's no stranger to it. I don't rub people the wrong way. It's more people rub me the wrong way, and in a sort of way, um, what's his name? The guy who's the champion of AWL, ADT, I think his name is, he rubs me the wrong way, and
the
that's why I have a
king.
little bit of an issue with him personally. And but at the same time, I've actually dropped it because I don't care anymore. But the product itself is great. AWL, stand up company. In my home state, it's just politics were in play. We couldn't come to an agreement for an opportunity with James Taylor. It is what it is. But Mr. D'Angelo Flame, however, has been in AWL. You've been to the Spartan Wrestling Arena, and you've got to be in the ring with guys like ADT, just to name a few. And
Mhm.
what was that like?
I loved it. The first time, of course, when I go to any promotion for the first time, I am nervous because first impressions are everything. And I had to make sure I wanted them to not regret inviting me to their show. You
Yeah,
know, So clearly we hit it off the first time. Came back for in game. Make sure y'all go watch in games. We just
go
hit two.
watch in game,
Well,
ladies and gentlemen.
I don't want to take credit. They just hit 2,000 views on the video. So y'all go watch in game, and even go watch Gold Rush. But I begged. Okay, so back to the real question. Um, they real nice people. Of course, the kingpin. Uh, I am kind of looking at that belt, but like I said, I'm not a gold hunter. I do want to go against ADT, and if he still has the belt, why not put the belt on the line? But I digress.
You
I
live for that moment. You live for
yeah,
the moment.
like I said, I want to go against all top guys. I already been against Victor Thorne. I eliminated ADT. I'm gonna keep rubbing it in, make it a little sting a little. I eliminated ADT at Gold Rush. I worked with Mr. Christopher James. Um,
okay, okay.
I do want to run one with him. I wouldn't mind. I, you know, behind the scenes, I told him like if I could find my Deadpool jersey, I wanted us to come out as the Jersey Boys, just for a one
Nice.
time thing, just a one time thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I do want to run one with Chris. I want to run one with legit everybody. I know I had my match against Twisted. Twisted. Ow. kind of knocked me out, but got the win. Vic, I already just had a match against Vic, and he got his revenge. I don't blame him. Pissed off Victor Thorne, Bishop of Brutality, came and whooped the dog shit out of me.
Damn.
Unfortunately, yes, like he now. Earlier I told you Dustin had a nice little spit. That gore from Vic
Yeah.
had. But look, no BS. Behind the scenes, after the match and all this, talking about it was fucking with me. My voice went out. He messed my whole voice up.
Oh
When I say
man,
that
no.
gore is dangerous, Vic is not some. Don't play with Vic. I would never piss Vic off again. I learned my lesson, but I will have to get my get back. But I learned my lesson. Don't pick off Vic because like he gored me so hard. I'm talking about my voice went. My name is D'Angelo. It's like raspy. He messed me up. That was a good
Man.
match. Y'all most like I said, y'all go watch in game. Vic is a dangerous individual. That's why he earned the name Bishop of Brutality.
There
He
you
earned
go.
it, deserved
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Hillbilly Tilly, of course, cool dude. Thank you for the opportunity for bringing me back, not once but twice.
There you go.
Um, I most definitely got to run a match with my boy, AJ Morgan. I got to run one with Travis. Like I said, I want to run a match with everybody on the roster. If I know they'll never do it, but if it was D'Angelo versus the AWL roster, I would be here for it. I don't care if I
Mhm.
lose. Just ring the bell again. Goddamn, the next guy come in. I just want to wrestle everybody. But like it was a wonderful experience. Then clearly working with them got me the special opportunity to wrestle for actual Spartan wrestling, and I was honored to have that. Spartan wrestling, them in general, all those guys are wonderful people. Met somebody I've been wanting to have a match against anyway. We supposed to have one like on the Indies, but it came sooner than later.
Yeah.
Um, but overall, 10 out of 10 experience. Most definitely would go again. Next time, I'm gonna try to bring some more guys from Rizzy so we can have a kind of invasion. But no,
There you go. There you
I just
go.
want to, I just want to share, the wonderful opportunity I experienced with them. Yeah, of course, they have to allow it first, but I'm not gonna just bring people if they don't say it's okay. But
Now,
yeah.
I was told this just a second ago. So I was given this to look at. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. All right, here we
Mhm.
go. Let's take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. And D'Angelo, tell me what's going on right here. Doo-doo, doo-doo. It looked like you were ready for an entrance, and then something just happened, and you kind of just fell.
Yep.
Lord have mercy, what happened there? Can you
Too
tell
much
us real
energy.
quick?
That's that
Too
real
much
raw
energy.
energy for you. That what happened. Like legit went for my iconic little stomp. And like this thing, like before back in the day, like I used to do the Rhea Ripley stomp. So leg in the air stomp. Now I just do a simple little boom. I can't even do that now. It's like do that, fall through the stage. But like I said, I'm not ashamed of it. It's one of them happy moments. It makes people, everybody laugh. That's my job. My job is to make you enjoy it,
You
laugh, have
know,
fun.
you saying that is a good thing because if you don't get embarrassed somehow, some way or another in this business, then you haven't been in it long enough or you don't know what you're doing. Or if you could recover from something like that, even laugh it off as something and that it doesn't bother you, people get even more respect for you. So that right there, that's respect. It's funny, definitely funny to look at. But the fact that you were able to entertain and just do your thing after that still, hey, it is what it is. You weren't doing that purposely. It's just that rotten wood. It looked like some rotten wood right there for you.
Yeah. Like truthfully, I wasn't like upset or nothing because I get it. You will have some guy, man. Don't you ever post that? Don't like my credibility, my name, and no. I sat there and told them in the video, keep it. And I continue doing what I was doing because, like, it's just part. Like I said, it's a part of it. It's an enjoyable moment. I know it made me laugh. It made everybody who was there in live laugh. So I know whoever watched it on YouTube will laugh. And if I do take myself to the pros, maybe the clip will resurface eventually. And I'm like, hey, look at D'Angelo in his early days.
Yeah. And that's okay because we've all been there. Hell, I've tripped before somehow, somewhere or another. Yeah, I tripped over a rope before going into the ring.
I just thought
I
about
had
it.
kind of like a Batista moment from WrestleMania 35. I've had that happen to me in the middle
I,
of an
I
entrance at a show.
I just thought about it. I don't know if it's on camera or not, but in the Rumble, I almost botched again. Almost face planted. Too
Yeah,
much energy. Once again, too much energy. Ran down the
DKW
ramp.
said you ran down the ramp. He said I eliminated LaFlame in the Rumble at Summer Bash, and I didn't even touch him.
Yeah.
What happened?
Like I said, I tried to kick his head off and I just stepped over the ropes. Of course, he's aware, ring awareness, pull ropes down, and
Yeah.
I went, all right, brother. And went out.
That was a botch. Oh man.
Yes, brother, went bloop. But it's, and that's, look, rookie, he's a vet. I'm the rookie. rookie mistake. He just took advantage of a rookie. What else can I say?
Well, we're gonna get ready to wrap this up, but I want to ask you a few things. One, walk us through an idea of, say me and you get that deal and we get that deal squared away and we could come to a good understanding, a little contract or whatever, and you walk through the doors of ROEW and you walk up to Jack Delta. Describe that moment. What do you see that moment being? Do you see that moment as a very, because if you watched, you saw Aaron Blaze and Delta, but Aaron Blaze came up a little bit short, but it was a very passionate rivalry, I'd like to say. And now he's got another opportunity by going after Jacob Collins. But beside the point, if LaFlame, the Valerian warrior of backyard wrestling, I like the sound of it, but that's just me. If
Make sure you put it
D'Angelo
on my
LaFlame,
nameplate.
there you go. If D'Angelo LaFlame got right up to Jack Delta right in his face, is this going to be a completely respectable uh, thing between the two? Is this going to be a respectful like matchup, or would you see of what Delta has done in his career and you almost marrying him, or at least on your way to, in a sort of way, going to all these companies? Do you kind of see this as a I'm the bigger guy now, or you're old news? Is this going to be personal for D'Angelo, or is this just out of respect? What can you give us maybe a hint of what that could be like?
Uh, Honestly, both. Like, of course,
Both.
I'm gonna respect him, because that's how I respect any person, even if you are some of the scummiest of the scummiest. I respect everybody. Now, of course, I respect everything Delta have ever done for the wrestling community. I will never take that away from him, but at the same time, I'm gonna have to show him like, hey, I'm here now. Because truthfully, look, this is how it is. Jack Delta is the established name. I'm the up and coming trying to make a name. So of course, if I can put down Delta, you know, that should cement my legacy in the backyard.
Mm-hmm.
That should let people know like I am here. I am the new guy. And because I know he's very competitive, I'm very competitive. Because when I get in the ring, I'm a different breed. I proved time and time again. I come joke with you, laugh with you, ha ha kiki. But when that bell ring, I'm straight game mode.
Yeah.
So I know eventually it might turn a little sour because I know our competitive, his competitive drive and mine's are gonna start clashing, and we're gonna try to prove like because he might have nothing to worry about besides defending the belt, but
Mm-hmm.
you never know. In his mind, he be like, I gotta defend my name, I gotta defend my title, my keep, because I am that established guy. I gotta stay on the top of the hill because that's the end
Yeah.
goal. We all try to be that top person. So, he's trying to defend that title. I'm fighting for that title. I'm fighting for because it's not just for me. It's not just like truthfully. Like I said, if you take that belt from him, at least you got somebody that's gonna rep it well. It'll make sure it's done justice. But
Yeah.
my thing is more I'm fighting for all the promotions that that he because Delta is a very picky guy. I'm fighting for the promotion that he would never step foot in. AK, he would never step foot in Resi. He's
Mm-hmm.
already stepping foot in TBW. I don't know if he'll ever step foot in any W, but I'm fighting for those promotions that you will never get Delta in your life because he's a prize fighter. He's not gonna just come to any and every promotion. I
Yeah.
already, well, behind the scenes, I already tried to get Delta to come on, but he already said no. Like Aaron Blaze, prime example, he one of the ones. I will never go to Resi. I'll never go to GW. Cool, you have all rights to just feel that way. I'm not mad at nothing, but I'm fighting for those guys. I'm fighting for everybody in the backyard. I'm fighting for putting myself establishing my name. We
And you're
just come
doing a
from
damn good
two.
job at it.
Yeah, and like I said, of course, I have the intentions of keeping it respectful and peaceful, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when our competitiveness get to bashing, it gonna get a little dirty. And you might have to see a different side of me you never seen. You might have to see a different side of Delta you never seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Because I will say this, I probably will be his biggest challenge. He probably will have, if I do lose, of course, he gonna find another guy, and man, he beat that person, gonna find another guy.
Mhm.
But I promise you, when it's all said and done, he gonna sit there and say, "I'm the one who gave him the biggest run for his money."
There you go. There you
Because
go.
one thing and I can confidently say about myself, I bring out the best in everybody. Everybody I've ever got in the ring with, I can say that without a doubt. Because
That's
I tell
good.
people in the ring and outside the ring, you're not gonna half-ass me. I'm not no just walk in the park and you just going boom, 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 thinking, oh well,
Mhm.
yeah. No, I'm gonna give it to you, and you gonna have to prove to me,
I'm a
because
living example of that, and I don't hear that much from anybody. To hear you say that, that means a lot because when I get in the ring with people, that's one thing I want to do is give them the absolute best they're gonna get out of me to make them look like $1 million. And I don't want them to half-ass me either. And if they do, then they'll be sorry for it.
yeah,
So
because
look at a match that I had with Max Chaos last year at TBW. I got maybe 7 moves in, but the guy looked like $1 million facing me. You know.
and knowing Delta and how his passion for this business is, I don't think I have to worry about him half-assing me.
Nope.
And how my passion is. I mean, that's another reason why I feel like this probably, when me and Delta ever face off, we will most definitely be the best, the best match ROEW ever seen. Even though you got a 7-star match and all that over there, I already told
So
Delta.
we're probably gonna get like a 10-star match with
Yeah,
you and
we gonna get
Delta
that
if it was to
platinum
happen.
special dragon, copper dragon be talking about. We gonna get that. I'm
And
gonna
it
make
would
that my.
only be in ROEW because that's where all the best matches happen.
Um, Now, of course, I that's my deal. I want Delta, but if I can add a little incentives, I would like to get a match with Mister Good Guy.
Would you like to
Or
face a guy like CJ Black?
I wouldn't
Would
mind
you
going
like
against
to?
CJ Guy, CJ,
Okay, there you go.
or
What
or
a
or or C Money, and wouldn't mind going against C Money.
Oh
Yeah, money time.
yeah, he's all about
Um,
money.
I know another match. I most definitely need, and I know y'all the only ones that can get him. Is I need Mister JX. I need Mr. JX.
Oh man, now that
Um,
would be one for the ages right there. JX and LaFlame. That
like I
would definitely
said,
be interesting.
I'm a head hunter, a talent hunter. I just want your top guys. I don't care if legit. If I get there after I beat Delta and win the belt, I don't care if you want to throw me in a gauntlet right after. If, eh, like I
I don't
said,
know if I'd do that to you because that's not the type of booker I am. You see, I book talent for what their credibility is, and with you being who you are, I would book you. Trust me, the best that I can, and trust me, it'll be worth your while if you come up to Michigan.
I most definitely, if we can get everything in order, sure. Like I said before, I have family up there, so it's not gonna be too tough for me.
Well, then there
Um,
you go. So then, before we wrap it up, is there any? I always ask first timers. You've had a hell of a career so far, and if anything, you're still just getting started. You've gone to NEW, you've done TBW, Resurrection, AWL. Summer Bash now. That was a big one right there. You've done a little bit of all these companies, and you're about to make your television debut. And I know that you're just having a blast. That's the number one important thing is that you're having fun. Is there any dream opponents in the yard? In the yard, not in professional wrestling, indie wrestling, but in underground and backyard wrestling of all the wrestlers who've come and gone or who's still here or whatever's going on out there other than the few names you named in ROEW, is there any other talents out there that you know of or anything that's a dream match scenario for D'Angelo the Flame?
um,
One, two, three, four, five, doesn't matter how many. How many do you have dream opponents, dream matches?
Now I will say, like my first time doing this list, I was still new, so I didn't know a lot of guys in the yard. But now, now that I don't want to say seasoned, but now I'm a little poised. Now I know a little more.
Yeah.
Um, This still ain't changed. I still want my ones with Aaron because I'll be damn if a Blaze put a flame out. But we, you know,
Yeah, that would be one fire match. I'll tell you
yeah.
what.
Most definitely still got to run my ones with Blaze. Um, I still want to run one with Doc Holiday and Gabe Sayer.
There you
Shut
go.
through the heart.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. I most definitely. Um, Now TBW, like prime example, is like I still want to go against like Gage. Everybody on the almost everybody on the roster went against Gage, but me. Like, what's going on? Gage don't like me behind the scenes. What's going? I want a match with Gage so bad. Like everybody on the roster, damn near had one with him, but me. And I feel so bad. Like, what am I doing wrong? I
You ain't
can't get
done
none
nothing
with the
wrong.
Woo Man.
Yeah.
But I had one with JWoww, so I can scratch that one. I wouldn't mind having one with Tiny, of course. Um. Uh, I've been saying this for the longest. A lot of people probably wouldn't expect it, but I want one with Daniel Alpha Cole. I've been saying that for the longest. I want one with Daniel Cole.
Daniel
Where
Cole.
Daniel been? Come bring him back or something. Like where you been?
Interesting.
AWL. Like I said, I already said for the most part all day roster. Same for REW for the most part.
Yeah.
I already said NEW. For Summer Bash from IMF, most definitely. Jordan Nix. I would definitely say Darkron, Forsaken. That's my problem. I want to wrestle everybody, so I don't even know if this is truly like I already got Soldier out the way.
Well, then what would it be? Okay, like it a match that you know would be like because you said it earlier, veterans and stuff like that, guys who've been here for a long, like Jack Delta and stuff. You did Soldier GP, you did with Soldier GP, but like guys like that been here for a while. Would those type of matches mean more to you that you know would back everything up, or would it be, or is it just like matches like with guys like Blaze and
Um,
Titan and stuff to name a few?
Now I will admit some matches are strictly off of I know views wise it would be up there. Then some or I know match wise would be the best. Of course, I don't want to rub people the wrong way, so I'm not gonna say which matches, what reason. But most definitely, some guys on like half of the list is strictly off of I know just our names alone is gonna get
Yeah.
people boom 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 boom, and I know certain other names match wise is gonna get people boom 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 boom. Because a lot of these guys, they like I've been told behind some like some of the guys that work their style you wouldn't think the style would work. But then we made it work and people like, okay, that was a good match. And that's what I
Mhm.
really like. I like stuff that you hear it and you be like, nah. Then when you see it, you be like, oh my God. Cause prime example, me and Delta, you already know. He's a good worker. I'm a good worker. You already know off rip, that's gonna be good. That match is strictly the names. You already know both of us are good workers, so you know the match is gonna be God tier. It's
Yeah.
just that match is strictly off of the names because he's a big name, I'm a big name, and you're just clicking for the names. Of course, you're gonna watch the match and enjoy the match, but truthfully, this is something they've been asking for months. LaFlame
Oh,
versus Delta. So
oh man, I know. People would definitely like to see that. Soldier wants to say, can we see LaFlame at Summer Bash 2025? If yes, let's hear it. You and Gold Dragon. Yes, brother.
yes, brother. I will gladly be at Summer Bash 2025.
Big man
Um,
Cam. Oh, go ahead and answer that question though before we get to it.
I was gonna say for my only request for Summer Bash 2025, and I'm going into business for myself. I need Zilla to be there. That's my only request. We have to get Zilla, and most people
All
don't
right.
know. Most people don't know Jules, but Jules is from Sports Wire. I haven't
Okay.
heard from Jules in forever, but I would love to finally meet Jules. I would love to meet Zilla finally. So Summer Bash 2025, that's my only request.
There
And
you
and
go.
if you don't like it, I don't care. That's my ego trip. I want Zilla.
Big man Crotonzilla. Hello, D'Angelo Flame. You are the best wrestler in the world, and I love and support and respect you, healer babyface. And then he says, when are we going to run D'Angelo LaFlame versus Big Man Cam? Book it, Taylor. You own ROEW and can't book a dream match? Come on now. I mean, how
Hey,
is that a big time dream match, Mr.
hey,
Cam?
hey. I seeing him work at Summer Bash, I will admit, like it did high my interest. Because truthfully, no disrespect to Big Man Cam, like I heard of Big Man Cam, but never seen none of his work. But seeing him in person, I genuinely wouldn't mind. I would love to. Like if we can set that up, hint, wink, wink, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Like we could set that up. I would gladly do it.
There you go. Well, he said he definitely would. Well, that's awesome, man. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna. Is there anything I'm gonna let you have a little bit more? If you, is there anything you want to plug, share, say? Other than we just got the big announcement, you're gonna be on television, the CW 30 on July 20th.
Correct.
July 20th. And that's going to be a televised broadcast, and that is going to be awesome. Is there anything else, though, that you would like to plug, share, or say? Do you have any questions for Taft Taylor, for the Nemesis, James Taylor, the Tyrant King, and all of wrestling, the owner of ROEW? I mean, I sound a little boastful of myself when I say all that, but honestly, do you got any questions for me or for anybody else out there?
My only question for Mr. Taft Taylor is when are you gonna come out and wrestle, boy? I need you to come out and get in the match. I'm tired of you sitting on this computer screen. Every time I see you, it's just virtually. When can I come out and see Mr. Taylor come out again? Okay, I saw you in my early stages, man. I need to come see you in my. I want you to come see the new and approved. I done worked on my craft. I'm out here now. I need you to come back. So I need you to. I don't know what you need to do behind the scenes. If you have to sit there and you be like, bite your tongue a little to make some things happen, but bite your tongue. Um, please, please, please. That's all I can tell you. Just
Trust me,
please.
the itch is there to get back in the ring, and I'd love to square up with you. How do you think a match between you and me would go? How do you see it going? You think it'd be fun?
Truthfully,
Do you think it'd be torturous? Do you think it would be hurtful? What do you think? Your honest
clearly,
opinion.
I will have to watch out for the stunner. Clearly, I cannot handle the stunner. So, and then you're saying your stunner is so devastating. You seen what Soldier did, had me flopping like a fish. So, if I get hit with yours, I might blow up in a million and one pieces. You never know. We have to,
And
but
I see you selling it like The Rock does to Austin if you did it with me.
um, nah, I clearly have to watch out for that. But I know
I have to watch out for your stuff.
one thing I know, I got you. And it's not fair, but hey, it's part of the game. I know my speed. You can't catch me. You
Yeah,
can't catch me,
I
Mr.
might
Tech.
have to drink 2 cups of coffee. I said this to be able to keep up with a guy like you.
Yeah. Now I do feel like that would be one of like a special match. Because truthfully, like I said, a lot of people don't see you too fondly. A lot of people, clearly don't like Mr. Taft Taylor. I'm one. Like I said before, I'm one of the ones. I care. I like you.
I,
You haven't done nothing to me.
a lot of people like to say I'm a Stone Cold knockoff, but if you really think about it, in a way, I'm kind of like John Cena in backyard because I got half the people that are against me and half people are for me, and it's either they love me or they hate me. There's not really anybody that doesn't even. And I'm always talked about. I mean, look, I was talked about at Summer Bash, and I wasn't even there. I mean, that just goes to show you that I've got a little bit of a ripple going through the backyard community still, and I take that very seriously, and that makes me want to even more come back faster than I was going to, and have a lot of these matches. And like you said earlier, a farewell tour. A farewell tour would be perfect because to me, it's not about winning or losing either. Really, it's a matter about the moment that I can bring to the table. And heck, if D'Angelo LaFlame and James Taylor stepped in the ring, I think that'd be a moment for
Now, if you
sure.
do this farewell tour, I better be match one or the last match. That's my
Okay.
only thing. I gotta be the first, or I gotta be the last. Well, no, I'll take it back. I already know who's gonna be the last. Your buddy, the real deal. You know, we all already put that out there, so I already know he will probably be your last match. Let me be second to last, okay? Let me be second to last. When you do your loop
I
around,
mean, I
I want
haven't
to be
even
second to last.
decided if I truly want him to be the last one. It's really,
You
just
know
a
he
matter.
ain't gonna let you do it if he's not the last. He will make
Uh,
sure
we'll
so he
find
can sit
out.
there and say, "I put James Taylor down."
Who said he would be the one? I mean, I could go out with a blaze of glory and
True,
be
true.
undefeated. I mean, who knows?
I'm not saying, he got your number, but of course, if he do beat you, he ain't gonna let you live that one down. Now, who retired you again? Look,
Yeah,
here go
yeah,
Tom the
yeah.
next night. Yeah, I put him down. I put James Taylor down. Look at
Well,
him. Now he's at home with his wife.
Cam said for me, yes, and hell yeah, congrats, man, about the getting the TV
Thank
spot and
you.
everything. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 2 of season 3, Mr. D'Angelo LaFlame of the Nemesis Sessions. Finally, we got this man on, and hopefully, maybe in the near future, we could get him back on again and talk a little
Yes.
bit more about regular wrestling and maybe his television career. That would be a first, and if anything, that would be a really cool thing. D'Angelo, I'm gonna let you end it. I'm gonna do a first here. Normally, I say, you know what? I appreciate you, Mr. D'Angelo. Appreciate you, and we'll catch you down the road, and we'll end it. But I'm gonna let you, for the first time in Nemesis Sessions history, end the podcast today. And I want you to do it in any way that the Valerian Warrior of Backyard Wrestling could do.
All right. I am a warrior, so I have to end this in a warrior-like way. All right, my lovely people. This is the energy, D'Angelo LaFlame. That guy to
He's
that
over
guy
there
over
somewhere.
there, that's our tyrant king, the Nemesis, James Taylor, or AKA Dev Taylor. But make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, and make sure you tune in to the next episode of the Nemesis session with yours truly, Taff Taylor. Oh, buy merch, and book me,
Yes, and I'll put the links to D'Angelo's social media down in the description below, ladies and germs.
and subscribe to Resi. You
And
know,
subscribe to Rezi. Yes.
love my boys, love my boys.